Good morning and welcome back to Breakfast at Fiji One. Hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday morning so far. And one of the things that I know a lot of parents are always kind of thinking about, especially when they have children in school, whether it's primary school or secondary school, is what their children will be doing after they leave secondary school. What's the next step after that? Now, to tell us more about some of the things that they're working on at the moment and why it's so important to our students, we have with us the Communications Officer from the Fiji Higher Education Commission, Mr. Epi Rawalai. How are you this morning, Epi?
Amelia, good morning. Thank you for having us in the show.
Thank you so much for being here. So before we get started, I thought maybe you could just briefly, for those of us who've kind of forgotten, tell us more about what the Fiji Higher Education Commission does.
Yes, to our viewers out there who still don't understand what we do, the Fiji Education Commission, let me put it this way. The Ministry of Education looks after primary and secondary education. The Fiji Education Commission is mandated by government to control and regulate the higher education sector. Yeah.
Okay, so you're the one kind of protecting our interests and protecting our tertiary school students.
That's right.
Wonderful. Now, a little bit before this, we were talking, during the break, we were talking about the Tokyo Convention and
Yes.
how, and the certificate introduction into year 11 and year 12. Maybe you could just tell us more about what the Tokyo Convention is and why the Fiji Higher Education Commission is pushing to get the convention ratified.
Okay. The Tokyo Convention is just its name in short, but actually the whole convention, Amelia, is called the Asia Pacific Regional Convention on the Recognition of Higher Qualifications. Me give you a background in short. The UNESCO has initiated regional conventions for higher education. Yeah? Okay. So there's a convention for the Mediterranean. There's a convention for the African countries. There's a convention for the European countries, which is called the Lisbon Convention. So for us, it's for the Asia Pacific region. It was first initiated in 1983, and then after that, they see that there is a lot of changes in the higher education, the global sector. So they reviewed that convention, and in 2011 it was adopted, and it's called the Tokyo Convention.
Okay. So why, just so going back to my initial question, why is the Fiji Higher Education Commission, pushing to have this convention ratified? Okay.
The Fiji Education Commission is has proposed to government, and currently we are waiting parliamentary approval for a country to ratify this convention because of the great benefits. The main benefit is it will allow our learners, our people, to walk confidently in the Asia Pacific region and in the world with their qualifications. What I mean is that it allows the recognition of qualifications from Fiji in the Asia Pacific region. Yeah.
Okay, and maybe and not just learning, but also, let's say someone's applying for a job in the Asia Pacific region. With that convention, someone can call and double check and make sure that that qualification is valid.
That's correct. So in ratifying the convention, it will allow for the mobility of the qualifications, and it will also allow mobility of labor for employment.
Oh, that's great.
And so when we ratify that convention, we are, as I've said, there are other conventions throughout the world. So we automatically link to these conventions. And so wherever our people are under this convention, they will be protected.
Oh, that's great. That's great to know. One of the things that I don't know if you've noticed as well, but I know when I was growing up, one of the things that we tended to do was we tended just to kind of stay here in Fiji.
That's
right. You go to university here, you get a job here, and we've always been happy with it. I've been very happy with that. But you were sharing with me in your experiences that the younger generation, they move around a lot more than we do.
Right. That under the UNESCO's report, the younger generation, the young population of the Asia Pacific region are the most young people in the world that moves around a lot. That is in searching for education or to pursue educational opportunities and employment opportunities. Yes.
So this is protecting them. This is making sure that if they go through 3-4 years of tertiary education and they decide to move overseas, that their qualifications will be recognized.
Under the ratification as well, Amelia, those who have, there is the partial study. So say, for instance, you study here in Fiji and you did not complete it. So under the ratification, you can take that and complete it in another
fantastic.
country.
And it'll be recognized.
It'll be recognized.
Okay. Because you're from the Fiji Higher Education Commission, with it being January, you've got a lot of students who are moving into tertiary education, or you've got students who might be in year 11, year 12 who are starting to think about tertiary education. What would your general advice be to them?
Well, the 2020 academic year is about to start for tertiary institutions, and from the Fiji Education Commission, what we will generally advise them is that they invest their money, their wealth and their time in recognized institutions with quality assured programs. So when they come out, they are happy with what they have achieved and it can guarantee them a job. So what I'm saying is that cross-check with the Fiji Education Commission which institutions are being registered under the Fiji Education Institution, which programs are being accredited. When I say accredited programs, these programs of studies are being quality assured.
Okay. Is there any way that they can contact you or contact your institution to get a list of those programs, to get a list of those tertiary institutions?
They are available on our website, the list of institutions. On our website is www.fhec.org.fj, or they can visit our office at 22 Gorey Street, the Red Cross building.
Oh, that's fantastic. Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
Yes, just overall for those students who are being out there, I hope that whatever you have chosen to study, especially the very first, those people who are entering tertiary institutions for the very first time, I hope you are very confident with what you're going to study. It's your choice and not somebody else's choice. Yeah.
Right, that's right, because you're going to be doing it, you are going to be doing it for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for all the work that you do, and we wish you all the best in getting the Tokyo Convention ratified. Thank you. Now, don't forget that this is a very important time of the year for students who are leaving secondary school and going into tertiary institutions. And just like Mr. Rawalai mentioned, it's very, very important that you double-check your programs, that you double-check your tertiary institutions to make sure that not only are you getting value for money, but for if you decide to go anywhere in the world or in the South Pacific region, that your qualifications are recognized. For more information, you can always visit their website, www.fhec.org.fj. Stay with us. We've got more for you on Breakfast at Fiji One right after this.